Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. And we are here doing another car review today with none other than my dad's 2021 Ram TRX. We have had this thing for a little over 5 years now, and I'm here to tell you why you should buy one of these rather than a brand new TRX. So let's get started. So starting off, if you don't know what a TRX is, it's essentially just a Ram 1500 that's been lifted, has a wide body, and has the Hellcat 6.2 liter supercharged V8 under the hood. And the 21 to 24 models were making about 702 horsepower and 650 foot-pounds of torque. And if you compare that with the 2026 models, they make about 777 horsepower and 680 foot-pounds of torque from factory. However, this truck is fitted with a AFE intake as well as a AWE exhaust, so it makes probably around 725 horsepower, but this thing is still under warranty. All of the mods are reversible, and honestly, I don't see how you need anything else. But we got it finished in silver, which was between this and granite, and honestly, this just kind of pops a little bit more. But just going around the truck, TRX gets you the Rebel style grille, new front bumper, gets you the hood with the hood vent in it, and you can just see all of the cooling that's required for this 6.2 supercharged badging. This does have the graphics package, so you do get the hood sticker, as well as we got the bedside stickers. And I mean, this thing, honestly, as just a regular daily, has been 100% solid truck. There are some issues which we will talk about later, but I mean, just for a daily, this, you can't ask for anything better. High horsepower, but yet super usable. I mean, we've used this thing for all sorts of truck things, so. But just walking around, you see more of the wide body. You still get a standard bed with it, even though it does have the wide body, so you do not have the option for Ram boxes, which is kind of unfortunate because our 2019 Limited had those. It was nice to put groceries in, but you still get a full cab, unlike the Rumblebee that was just unveiled. So you have full-size rear seats, and I mean, they are just absolutely spacious. And while we're getting over here into the interior, we may as well talk about this. So this, again, is a 21, so this is the only year that has the Uconnect 4 infomat system. So it is slightly dated compared to the newer models, but from our experience, it's good. You still have wired CarPlay, not wireless, unfortunately, but it works just fine. And you do also have a partially digital cluster rather than a full digital cluster like the new TRXs. But I mean, for 5 years and just over 44,000 miles of use, this interior seems pretty good. The only really offside is the Alcantara on the steering wheel is a little bit kind of discolored, but besides that, this thing's perfect. You got the TRX embossed in the seats. We do have a cover on here because there is a plaque right here that kind of nudges in your arm, which is kind of annoying, but it is also cool because that has all of your truck specs. As well, we get a true shifter rather than the normal Rams that have a shift dial right here. Then you get the red start-stop button. And then, unlike some of the new Rams that have a passenger display screen here, this is just a cubby. You know, you can use it. It's nice. You still get a glove box. And another difference between this and the 24 models and the 26 models is this is the 12.4 inch screen, which is now standard. And then they also do have a 14.5 inch screen, I believe, that extends all the way up and down. I think it's too much. I think this is perfect. I mean, you still get physical auxiliary buttons and climate controls. And honestly, it's really all you need. All right, now getting on with the pros of this truck. So it is, in my opinion, the perfect daily driver. I mean, it's fun because it's got 702 horsepower, and it's usable because it's a pickup. The The suspension's good because it is an off-road suspension and it has Bilstein active dampers, so that, you know, you can change how stiff or soft it is. I mean, you can put it in Baja mode and it basically just feels like it's floating. And I mean, still do truck stuff with it. It still tows. It can still carry good payload. You can carry five people in here comfortably, especially with that full-size back seat. And I mean, just look at this thing too. I mean, I don't really think you can get much better looking than that. I mean, these lights are just, I honestly prefer them over the new ones. And I mean, it's just such a great truck, but it doesn't come without its flaws. So the main problems with this truck have mainly been electronic. So for example, this truck, this is probably its first time out of the garage in 3 weeks because it is now on its 4th battery. So these Mopars or Stellantis, whatever batteries they're called, they're not necessarily the best at just sitting in a garage, which, I mean, if you're buying one of these, theoretically it will be your daily and your all-in-one vehicle basically. But we have had some battery issues on this. Another issue that we've had is with the pedal shifters, because for a period of time they were not working. So we would try and downshift and it wouldn't downshift. We basically had to use the shifter exclusively, but we got that fixed at a Ram dealership, something with the clock springs. So besides that, really no issues with this besides just minor electronic faults, and the big one was the battery. Now, before I get to driving this beast, I do want to elaborate a little more on why I think that you should buy one of these rather than a brand new 2026, 2027 model. And the primary reason is price. This truck is fully optioned besides for the beadlock wheels, the red stitching on the seats, and then they had a ram bar, which is just a metal bar that kind of went up like that, and then it had a tire carrier as well. But if you're actually using this truck, you don't really need any of that. And the sticker of this truck was just about $90,500. And when the 2024 models were still being made, and those were the final editions, I built this exact same truck. And that ended up being upwards around $125,000 for the same exact truck, just with Uconnect 5, a digital gauge cluster, and that's about it. And just being a 2024 model year. And now with prices just having been unveiled with the 2026s at starting basically $100,000 before destination, I mean, would you rather get that for a base truck with options end up being about 120 grand, or getting on a used site one of these, and I'll show you some examples on like Bring a Trailer on screen, for around 70 grand, just about. So honestly, I think this is the way to go. It's still a solid truck, and you can find them with decently low miles. Engine is reliable. It can take tons of power if you want to mod it, or if you just want to keep it stock, that's fine too. I mean, it's still, it can be a handful, especially when you get on it and it just torque steers because that front gets so light. But I mean, I personally think this is the way to go. If you disagree, tell me why in the comments down below. But with that all being said, let's get to driving. All right, going for a little drive. And as I navigate this very, very tight roundabout, one of the biggest things with driving this that you realize is it is big. I mean, not only is it a truck, so you know you're a little higher up and it's a lot longer, but with the lift and the wide body on this, it feels like you're driving a monster truck, which, I mean, you can get used to after you drive it a little bit, but it's really not that big of a deal when you do have a supercharged 6.2 liter V8 that you can just goose it a little bit, get straight up to the speed limit, and you don't even think you're going that fast. And then it just becomes a super, super comfy daily. Like, there's minimal road noise in here. The ride is good. The tires are a little loud because they are off-road tires, but I mean, it's like just background noise basically. And besides that, it's just a very predictable truck. The brakes are predictable. The throttle is very easy to get on with. You're not like jabbing the throttle, jerking the truck whenever you get on throttle. It's just a super easy truck to get along with. But then if you feel like it, you can just hit the downshift paddle, which are hollow for the radio controls on the back of the wheel, but you do have up and down, and when they work, you can just give it a little bit and just enjoy the nice sound of a supercharged V8 in front of you. Now I have it in sport mode, and one thing we didn't find out until 3 years is that it has rev matching. So it just does that, and then you can... But man, does that front end ever want to get away from you. I mean, this thing, when it just squats with all that power, the front gets super light because of the longer travel suspension, off-road suspension, that you are basically just torque steering it like you're driving a Jeep down a highway. But, I mean, this thing is just so good. I can't get over how good of a truck this is. And I mean, it's sad to think that, you know, our time with this is coming to an end. But what a freaking machine that this thing is. Alright everyone, so that's going to be about it for today's video. I mean, I know I've said it so many times in this video already, but that is just the best truck, I think, ever. And yes, I know Raptor Rs exist, blah blah blah, you can't get those for under 100 grand. These you can get for like 70 grand, and it's just so much bang for your buck. But I think I'm happy going back to my Honda Civic, you know, being a little bit smaller and more maneuverable. But nonetheless, this thing is such an amazing truck, and I hope you guys found this video just a little bit helpful. I figured with all of the Ram news recently, why not make a video on this? I mean, we've had this literally since March of 2021, ordered it in November of 2020, so this has been with us for a while, and for very good reason. But with all that said, again, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so very much for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Ciao.